to help people who are sick to get better, so we want to do that all around the world.
In Vietnam, kids who are sick in their heart need surgery right away so that they can get better. This year, we're helping 12 kids to get this surgery.
In the Democratic Republic of the Congo, through our hospitals, we are helping babies be born and all types of people who are sick.
In Israel, we are helping people get dental care so they can be free from pain.
Your missions giving is helping people who are sick to be cared for and made well.
To -10 before we started.
Yes, I did.
And I was getting a bit confused. I didn't know when to start.
And then I wasn't sure that I even wanted to start as well, but we started.
Hello, good morning. Welcome to At Home Kids Church again for all of you in lockdown, and INKidsTV for all of our regular viewers. We love you all, and we can't wait to do something again in the kitchen.
Hello, if you are in or are not in lockdown.
Yeah, true.
Yes.
This was actually a request this week from one of our guys. So our INKids Penrith kids, we had some Zooms this week, and one of our guys named Judah said that we should cook something. And I said I should make my favourite chocolate chip cookie recipe because I think everyone could make it.
Yes, I think everyone can make that. I might struggle. I made a cake once and it took me 3 hours, and the cake was like this.
It wasn't even that high. It was actually like that high.
It was like small and like
it was delicious, and I really liked it. It was for my birthday.
It took me 3 hours.
And guess what? My birthday's only in a couple of months.
Yes.
You can try again.
Maybe
it'll be 2.5 hours.
Yeah, 2.5 hours this time.
Anyway, today so we're making my favourite chocolate chip cookie recipe.
Yes.
Which I don't normally use with a different machine, but we don't all have that machine. So I thought most of us at home have a whisk, like an electric whisk. And if you don't, you can use your hand whisk, but I really want to see Isaac try and use this whisk today.
It's gonna go everywhere.
And I'll put up the recipe.
That's why I don't use power tools.
I'll put up the recipe, so you can either use the recipe with the grams, which is how I did it, weighing everything out, or I've guessed, but I checked how much it is with measuring with your measuring cups. Okay. So I'll put the two options there. So if you don't have a scale, you can use the measuring cups, and if you don't have an electric whisk, you can use your handheld whisk. Just will take you longer.
And if you don't have a whisk, just put your hands like this and.
Wash your hands first.
I'm gonna go and.
Let's wash our hands. Hey, we're back! Isaac, you? Oh, he's still in slow motion mode. Sorry. We'll be right back.
A few moments later.
We're back! See, he's here.
Man, that was like...
It was slow-mo, dude.
That was like the Flash.
I was still Flash. Did you not see me running? Am I dancing?
That was pretty funny.
Okay.
Alright, what's next?
Spin the bowl, everybody. Spin your bowl. Okay. So, what we have is I did white and dark chocolate today. So you can have whatever chocolate you like, but I'm using the little chocolate buttony ones. Because that way I don't have to grate them up. You're not supposed to eat it.
Tastes pretty good.
Alright, so first thing that we need to do is we need to preheat the oven to 180 degrees Celsius. So
1080 degrees.
Just get a parent to help you. And it's on fan forced.
Fan forced.
And then you also want to put your trays, and you want to line them with baking paper like I've done.
Put them in the oven?
No. You don't put them in the oven yet. You just have them ready, because as soon as you have the mixture ready, you're going to want to eat it. So you want to put it on the plate straight away. You don't want to be wasting time once it's ready.
You don't want to pre-cook the base like a pizza?
No, we don't pre-cook the base like a pizza.
Alright.
Okay, so the first thing you need to do is place butter, caster sugar, light brown sugar, egg and vanilla, extract into the bowl. Is we're gonna put the butter in. Do you want to put the butter in, Isaac? Oh, it's in pieces. It just looks like a chunk because it's kind of melted. Okay, and then what else does it say? The sugar. Now I've put the sugar together because that was easier, so I don't have enough bowls.
Oh, there's brown and white sugar
and
in
white. Can you see that?
Why do you need to mix them up?
Well, you're gonna mix them up anyway. You okay?
I just made a mess.
Then what else does it say you need to add in, Isaac?
Then it says you need to place dark chocolate into a mixing bowl.
No, here. Caster
Place
sugar,
the light brown sugar, egg, and vanilla sugar.
Egg. Hold it. Try again.
Why? You don't want...
Okay. Isaac's gonna wash his hands and I'm gonna keep going. Ben's not here anymore.
It hurt my hands.
Ben's over
Ben's
there. We made our kitchen look pretty for you all.
Why did you put it over here?
We made our kitchen look pretty for you all.
Oh, it's time to put the bin out too, isn't it?
Yeah. So we've got in here so far.
Hang on, I'm making noise.
Okay, we've got in here so far. We have butter, egg, and 2 different types of sugar. Okay?
Alrighty.
It also says that we
A little
need
bit
to
of
add.
eggshell.
Really?
Nah.
Oh, okay, good. Because I actually want to eat these. No, I actually want to eat them.
You can eat
I
them.
want to eat them.
It would just be crunchy. Alright, next.
Okay. Vanilla extract. How much vanilla extract does it say?
1 teaspoon.
1 teaspoon. That's a teaspoon, so that's the second biggest one on mine.
Yep.
Okay, so do it.
Yep.
I'll open it for you because it needs childproof. Okay.
I missed some. That's enough. Perfect. It wanted to go back in.
You made it drip down the bottle.
Do you need this anymore?
We need it. Maybe you can go wipe it.
I will. We'll just wet it.
Okay. He made the bottle sticky.
Yep. I'm great at cooking.
Now we need to mix it.
Mix it.
So what you're gonna do is we're going to use this to mix.
We gotta swap sides.
Okay. So you want to get it all mixed up. So
Make
that
sure if you have an electric one, you have a responsible person, adult, to help you. You're in the way.
That's me, okay?
Whoa.
Okay, technique, do you want a hand?
Nope. Whee!
Okay, do you want a hand? Can I help you?
I'm alright.
Can I help you with technique?
Well, how am I supposed to do it?
Look, let me show you a little bit.
Alright.
Okay. Okay. So, you'll put the bowl on the side slightly.
It's throwing it
So you
everywhere.
get it all together. No, you don't like that technique?
Oh, I like
Have a
my
go.
middle one. You wanna look? This is what's happening in the bowl. It's all goopy.
Yeah, so you want yours to have a go like that too, and you have a turn.
That's our cat. Hello cat, this is the cat.
There we go. So what does it say next?
What number are we up to?
Up to number 4.
Number 4, 40 seconds. Add plain flour. Plain flour, bicarb soda, baking powder, salt, and mix. What is mix?
To mix it. It doesn't say add mix, it says mix.
Oh, I
Alright.
thought we were making this from scratch, not mix.
From scratches. From scratching. So this is bicarb
What's next?
soda. So can you add in
Half teaspoon.
a half teaspoon of bicarb soda and baking powder? They're little floury things and they help them rise up. All delicious.
Hiya!
Okay?
Next.
And I'll add in the flour. Whoosh. Whoa. It also says to add in some salt. And just a pinch of salt. Okay, so this is my salt. Pinch. That. Ow!
I pinched you.
Oh. He pinched me because I was adding the salt.
Alright,
Okay.
that's... Wait, my turn!
So, what you want to do is you want to fold it through
Can't
a
you
little
just
bit.
spin the spinner?
And then you get, otherwise, Isaac, you're going to let flour go everywhere.
That's the point.
Okay, you have a go.
Woohoo! Hang on.
Do you want the flour? Do you want the spinner?
Yes, I will. But you said I have to be sensible.
Okay, it's okay. You can use it. Go for
Alright.
it. Use a scrapey scrape.
Do you want to hold that? I'm gonna get this boy. It's time to party. Woo! Right, do you want to watch? Still doesn't look like cookies.
That's okay. Do you have a joke?
Do you have a joke?
I don't have a joke.
I don't have a joke.
I have a joke. I said it last year, but I'm going to change it. Okay? There are 2 cookies in the oven. One oven. One cookie.
One oven says to the other cookie.
One cookie says to the other cookie, "Man, it's hot in here." And the other cookie turns to the other one and says, "Ah, a talking cookie!"
You know, I have a joke book, but it's at work, so I don't have it here. I was given a joke book, and I'm really sad.
It's at work.
Yeah, it's at work.
But you have to work from home. So why this is work now?
I know, but I didn't know that I wasn't going to go back to work. So, because, you know, they were working from home.
So you didn't bring the joke book
No,
home for all your entertainment.
If I did, I would have brought it home.
Oh, that looks great. I think that's good. Okay.
Oh, I missed the middle.
Okay. You're doing a good job, mate. Tick of approval. I think that's good.
Oh, man.
Okay, we don't need the... Whoa.
You okay?
It just scared me a little bit.
That's how you shake it all out.
Wow.
You do the hokey pokey and you shake it all out. That's what it's all about. Next.
Okay, so...
Swap.
Last thing you have to add is the best part.
Yeah, the cookies. Oh.
Give me some.
I didn't catch any.
Just a little bit of love.
What?
Remember last year?
Oh, yes.
Okay, and so you mix the cookies dough with your delicious cookie
You
mix.
have to show them.
Oh, sorry. Can you see all of my yummy chunky cookiness?
You couldn't be on Huey's cooking show.
Why? Because I don't show over my stuff?
No, because you're not Huey.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Already Steady Cook?
Yes, that is my
Do you guys ever watch that?
show.
Probably not.
That's a good cooking
Okay,
show.
now here's the competition part.
Oh, you just...
You did that. Okay, this is the favourite
Do
part.
I need this anymore?
Yeah, you will.
Oh, I will.
No, we will. Okay, this is the best part, is making the cookies in this
Into cookie-looking things?
looking things. Okay, now, you need 2 teaspoons. Can you get yourself 2 teaspoons? Okay.
God,
Well, let's just make it. I'm going to show you how I'm going to make it. Isaac's going to show you how he wants to make his. Now, I'm going to get a teaspoonful and
I'm going to use chopsticks.
put them into the onto the board. Okay, and I scrape it off like that. Chopsticks. Hi, cat.
Shh, we're filming. Shh, we're filming, not eating time. Shh, it's not eating time. Shh, go away. They don't want to hear you talking. Shh, 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 shh. Thank you, bye. What?
I just find that funny. Alright, so these are my 6 cookies for my first tray. Cool.
Only 6?
Mm-hmm.
Why 6?
Because I've mastered my cookie making abilities. Now, you can decide how big you want your cookies.
I want my big cookies.
Okay.
Real big.
Yours might take a little bit extra to cook then. Okay. So if they're this size, the recipe says about 10 minutes, 8 to 10 minutes. I like at around the 8-minute mark. But Isaac's probably will need about the 10-minute mark if he's going to make big cookies.
Or 20-minute mark.
No, you'll burn your cookies.
What if I make massive big cookies? Like my lovely last cooking creation.
The last cooking creation, you didn't even eat any.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I couldn't tell because it's just one big mountain. You had to just grab it out of the mountain. Oh.
Chopstick has failed.
The
I
2
repeat,
teaspoons
chopstick
work.
has failed.
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
Cat, what are you doing? That's very rude. Say please if you'd like to see the food.
1 hour later. 6.5 hours later. 2,000 years later.
Wait! One more.
1 eternity later.
Yep. That's what they call chopsticks.
Yeah, it could be chocolate.
Chops.
Okay. Okay. We're going to put these in the oven and we will come back once they're cooked and we'll see what they're like, okay?
Sing whoa, whoa, whoa. You've turned it all around. Where I was hurting, now I'm rejoicing. And in your love I'm found, 'cause I have joy. Oh, whoa. You took away my pain. You turned my morning into dancing, and I can smile again, 'cause I have joy. Oh, whoa. Let the celebration begin. Make a joyful noise unto Him. Come on, everybody, let's give Him praise, for He is good. You have given me the joy that won't stop and will never leave, so I will praise you with gladness, for you are good.
You took away my pain. You turned my mourning into dancing, and I can smile again, 'cause I have joy. Whoa.
Let the celebration begin. Make a joyful noise unto Him. Come on, everybody, let's give Him praise, for He is good. You have given me a joy that won't stop and will never leave, so I will praise you with gladness, for you are good. You have given me a joy that won't stop and will never leave, so I will praise you with gladness, for you are good. You turn my sadness into gladness. You turn my sorrow into joy. And now I'm singing and I'm dancing, and I will shout for joy. You turn my sadness into gladness. You turn my sorrow into joy. And now I'm singing and I'm dancing, and I will shout for joy. You turn my sadness into gladness. You turn my sorrow into joy. And now I'm singing and I'm dancing, and I will shout for joy. You have given me a joy that won't stop and will never leave, so I will praise you with gladness, for you are good. You have given me a joy that won't stop and will never leave, so I will praise you with gladness, for you are good. For you reading my B-I-B-L-E, and this is what it says to me. It tells me that I'm never ever alone. I'm learning how Jesus came down to us and gave his best. Without a doubt, the best friend you'll ever know. Our God knows exactly what I need, so I remember this. Let's go. When you ask, he cares. When you seek, he's there. When you knock, 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 God opens up the door. When you ask, he cares. When you seek, he's there. When you knock, 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 God opens up the door. I'm reading my B-I-B-L-E, and this is what it says to me. It tells me that I'm never ever alone. I'm learning how Jesus came down to us and gave his best. Without a doubt, the best friend you'll ever know. Our God knows exactly what I need, so I remember this. Let's go. When you ask, he cares. When you seek, he's there. When you knock, 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 God opens up the door. When you ask, he cares. When you seek, he's there. When you knock, 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 God opens up the door. You ask, he cares. When you seek, he's there. When you knock, 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 God opens up the door. When you ask, he cares. When you seek, he's there. When you knock, 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 God opens up the door. Our God knows exactly what I need, so I remember this. Let's go. When you ask, he cares. When you seek, he's there. When you knock, 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 God opens up the door. When you ask, he cares. When you seek, he's there. When you knock, 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 God opens up the door. Ask, he cares. When you seek, he's there. When you knock, 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 God opens up the door. When you ask, he cares. When you seek, he's there. When you knock, 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 God opens up the door.
Well, good morning, everyone. I hope you're doing really, really well on this cold winter morning.
Yeah, it's very cold. Even the seat is cold.
Oh, my goodness.
I know.
My seat's kind of warming up, I hope.
You hope so?
Yeah,
I hope
it's
so
certainly
too.
been a bit frosty this week.
Frosty. It's a good word, isn't it? It's like icy grass.
Yeah, but it's fun to crunch on.
Yeah,
Like when you step on it, it's like kind of squeaky and crunchy.
Yeah,
It's kind of cool.
It is a little bit cool. I like it. I like
If
it a
you've
lot.
got a good pair of gloves and beanie and a jacket,
Yeah, why
go
not?
frost it up.
Go smush the grass. Very, very cool.
Very cool. Well, you know what I've got here today?
What do you have?
Picnic!
Picnic food. Oh my goodness, I love picnic food. We've got muesli bars, apples. Can't go wrong with a good pink lady apple. I like
Yum.
pink ladies. My favorite.
No.
My favorite. My absolute favorite.
Oh my
love
goodness.
these. Oh.
If you open that packet, Beck, how many do you eat?
I could probably eat a whole packet in like 2 days.
2 days.
Like across a day. Like if I had it open and I just like was every other
She's
few
good,
hours,
isn't she? 2 days.
I'd just go and like pick them up and go eat them.
I reckon Isaac would eat the whole packet in a day.
Yeah, or just like if I had it in front of me when we were watching a movie or something, with popcorn.
She's hungry.
Oh, popcorn and TV snacks and Maltesers and a good movie.
Oh, see, I don't like Maltesers.
Oh, see, but they remind me of like a little smushy version of TV snacks.
No.
Because they just go,
Anyway.
sorry. I could just keep talking about the TV snacks. That's obviously not what our message is about
It's
today.
not what our message is about. But you know what? I do love picnics.
I do love picnic too.
Yep.
Yeah.
I love picnics in the backyard.
Yes, that's pretty much all you can do at the moment in Sydney.
You know,
in the backyard.
you could have a picnic in the lounge room.
Yeah, why not? Try that at home. That'd be fun.
I know.
You can have a picnic and you can get like the spread of like bread rolls out. Oh, sorry, I forgot what those were called for a second. Bread rolls, chicken. Oh, I'm hungry now.
Picnic. Do you know what else is really fun?
Mm-hmm.
Like, is picnics out in the park.
Out in the park. Yes.
I
You can
know.
go play on the swing or something.
I know.
Yeah.
Or
Or
the
lie
flying
in the
fox.
sun.
Yeah.
The hot spring sun. Not summer. Summer's a little bit too hot.
Yeah. Then you need a good shady tree.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
But I do love a good flying fox.
Good
I have to
flying
say.
fox. What about the ocean?
Yeah, picnic at the beach.
Picnic at the beach with your chicken and chips or fish and chips if you like fish and chips.
Yum. And then the seagulls are like, feed me, 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 feed me. Yeah, I know.
That's what they sound like to me. I don't actually know if that's what they sound like. It's a good.
Picnics are good. But you know who was great at picnics?
I don't know who was
Jesus.
Oh,
Yeah. I mean, think about it.
yeah.
He and the disciples were like walking around everywhere all the time. So
that's
I
true.
reckon they were like picnic pros.
You know what? They probably had like a special 13-seater picnic rug.
13 centimetres.
Well, there's 12 disciples plus Jesus.
I don't know.
I reckon it was like John's picnic rug spot. Like, you know how you have a spot at the table?
Yeah.
You probably had like a spot on the rug.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know, but I reckon they
Yeah.
were picnic pros. Like, I really,
Picnic
really
pros.
do.
I
Yeah.
reckon they were.
Because, you know, when you think about it, when Jesus rose again, you
Yes.
know the disciples had gone back to Galilee and gone fishing.
Yeah. Because they.
And Jesus rocks up on the beach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And Peter,
yeah,
for some
yeah.
reason,
He's,
puts
like,
his
cooking
coat
some
on.
fish.
Yeah, he was cooking. Jesus was cooking fish, not Peter. Peter, for some reason, puts his coat on and then dives into the water to swim to Jesus. I never get that. It just.
But at swim school, you're supposed to take your big jackets off. Like you jump in the pool with all of your clothes. They'd make you do that silly thing where you jump in the pool with all your clothes and then you have to take it off in the water.
Oh, yeah, the survival thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyway,
Why would he
I don't
put
know.
on his coat?
But it's one of those stories that's
Yeah.
always puzzled me in the Bible. It's like, why did he put his coat on to swim to Jesus? Anyway, that's
Never
a
know.
puzzle. You can try and have a theory about that.
Yeah.
But anyway, Jesus was epic at picnics.
So epic.
Yeah.
So epic.
You know, he lit a fire, had the fish cooking. It's like, come and have fish for breakfast. I don't know if I'd want fish for breakfast. But
Probably
anyway,
not.
Jesus was a picnic pro.
A picnic pro.
A picnic pro.
That's really
Anyway,
cool.
That's my theory. And we know that he had a couple of, like, next level picnics.
Next level picnic. So like with more than just the disciples.
Yeah.
Just like a few more?
No.
Like
Like,
a lot
you know,
more?
when Jesus goes next level, like, it's like next level.
Next level picnic with Jesus. That
That's
sounds
right.
awesome.
I know. And we're talking about that today because it's Mission Sunday, which is like one of my favourite.
It's so cool. That's the best part of that INKidsTV and INKids Kids.
Yeah.
Like we're like Missions Sunday pros.
I know.
Yeah, it's so cool. And you guys are amazing. Like give your offering and it's so cool. Change the world.
That's right.
And we,
Because Imagination's kids change the world.
Yeah.
And so today we're talking about an epic picnic and missions.
And missions. Well, missions we've been talking about be the voice.
Correct.
Be the voice. So we have V is for viceroy. What a cool word.
I know, it's
Yeah.
such a cool word.
Where we get to like act on the king's behalf. Not just like do something for the king. Like it's like actually acting on his behalf.
I know, it's pretty epic, isn't it?
Yeah. So cool. It's like being the principal, but you're not actually the principal. I don't know. My brain goes.
That's cool.
That's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
And then we talked about vision. V
Yeah.
is also for vision. So how we can see the need for other people and we can be like Jesus like that,
Yeah.
which is really cool.
Yeah.
And
And then we talked about obedience.
Obedience. Yeah, being
O for
obedient.
obedience. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really cool to be obedient. Yeah, it's good. We change the world when we listen to Jesus and do as he asks of us to see the needs in others.
That's right. And he asked us to make disciples.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all over
so,
the
and
world.
he said, if you love me, you'll do as I command you. So when we obey Jesus and we share the gospel and we tell people about him, then, you know, we're actually showing how much we love him. So
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
really true.
Yeah.
Really, really cool.
Well,
But
we're
let's see-
up to the next.
What's the next letter?
Well, no, we're staying with O today.
Oh, cool. So it's
Yeah.
voice so far because we've got 2 V's and 2 O's.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're talking about offering today.
Offering. Cool.
Offering. O for offering.
O
Because, you
is for
know,
offering.
our faith promise, our offering can change the world. But I bet
Yes, it
there's a whole
can.
heap of kids sitting out there going, excuse me, but my offering's not that big. So,
Maybe it's like $1?
yeah.
Yeah.
It can still change the world.
It's small, but it's not insignificant.
Well, see, here's the thing. Because it's not really about the amount.
Yeah. That's
It's
true.
about who has it.
But what does it have to do with picnics?
Well, it has to do with a picnic that was epic and a boy and his lunch.
So cool.
This is the story of how one day Jesus was teaching a big crowd of people. On this particular day, the crowd was about 5,000 men. Back then, they only counted the men for some reason, so really if you counted the women and the children, the crowd would be like 15 or 20,000. And really, we should count the women and the children, especially the children, because in this story, there's even a little boy, and he's a child, so I don't even know why we didn't count him. Anyway, on this particular day, there were lots and lots of thousands of people. Oh, and as a side note, you can read about this story in the Bible, in Matthew 14, or Mark 6, or Luke 9, or John 6. As a side note to that side note, this is the only miracle in the Bible recorded in all 4 Gospels. So that probably means it's super important and we should be able to learn something. Anyway, Jesus had been talking to this huge crowd of people all day long. See, sometimes when Jesus was speaking, people just lost track of time. They couldn't stop listening to Jesus. They wanted to hear everything that he had to say. But come on, all day is a really long time to just sit and listen. And these people were getting hungry. So the disciples went to Jesus and said, "It's getting late. Maybe we should let these people go home so they could get something to eat." But Jesus said, they don't need to leave to get something to eat. You can give them food to eat. What do you think the disciples were thinking just then? Pardon me, but what food? They didn't bring any food with them. And it's not like there were any restaurants or grocery stores nearby, although that would be pretty neat if there was like a restaurant right there in the side of the hill, right in the middle of all those people. Anyway, the disciples were looking around for some food. Remember that boy I told you about? Turns out this one boy had some food, but it wasn't like a food truck or anything. It was just his own little lunch. 5 pieces of bread and 2 small fish. Definitely not enough to feed a crowd of lots and lots of thousands of people. But Jesus was about to do something amazing. He took the bread and the fish and he thanked God for it. Pretty simple stuff, right? But then he started to split it up and pass it out to everybody. Everybody. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Time out. What the actual crazy do you think was happening inside the disciples' heads just then? What in the world was Jesus even doing? Did he really think that he was going to be able to feed thousands and thousands of people with only 5 pieces of bread and 2 small fish? It must have seemed impossible. But what the disciples didn't know is that when Jesus prayed this prayer of thanks, he was talking to his dad in heaven. And his dad in heaven is God, the one who created all the fish in all the oceans, the one who, at the beginning of time, created everything out of nothing. So making some lunch for some people was no big deal. Actually, it was a big deal. The food that Jesus prayed over and handed out was being passed around, and people were eating and eating and eating. And the craziest thing happened. Even though they kept handing out bread, they never ran out of bread. And even though they kept handing out fish, they never ran out of fish. All these lots and lots of thousands of people ate as much as they wanted, and there were still leftovers. 12 baskets of leftovers. What? How does that even work when they started with so little? Not only did Jesus feed these people dinner, he gave them more than they needed. Leftovers. When the people saw Jesus do this miracle, some of them were convinced right then and there that he was the king and the rescuer that God had promised so long ago. And while it was probably pretty wild to see Jesus take these 5 pieces of bread and 2 small fish and feed lots and lots of thousands of people, it wasn't crazy at all for Jesus. It was easy. He would keep doing greater and greater miracles than that, including the greatest rescue the world would ever see.
So how cool was that?
Such
one
a
boy,
cool story.
One lunch.
Love
and
it.
an epic next level picnic.
Next level.
5,000 men, plus women, plus kids.
And
That
kids can
is-
eat a lot.
That's a picnic and a half.
That
and
is a
12
picnic.
basketfuls of leftovers.
And
Like this little boy started with like 2 little fish and 5 loaves, 5 little bread rolls.
That's so amazing. God's cool.
I know. And he ends up with like 12 baskets of leftovers. Imagine coming home to your mum and going, "Hey mum,
And got some leftovers.
I've got some leftovers. There's enough for you and me and the entire village
Yeah, the street.
and the people out there." And
yeah, everyone. We've got all the leftovers.
it'd be pretty epic,
That
wouldn't
would
it?
be so cool.
Well, I love this story. And I love how this little boy, when he put his offering into the hands of Jesus, totally transformed people's lives.
Yeah.
And I think about that, it's a really good thing to ask questions.
Yeah.
Like I asked, why did Peter put his coat on to die
Yeah.
before? And I've got no answer for that one. But I was thinking about this little boy, like, there's sometimes the Bible just doesn't give you all the details, and so it's good to sort of try and think about, well, what was not written
Yeah,
that
that's
maybe we can, learn something from.
Otherwise, if every little detail of every story in the Bible was written, it probably would be double the size.
I know, it'd be a pretty long thing
Yeah.
to read. So I was thinking about, when Jesus said to Peter, "You guys give him something to eat," and Peter comes up with this boy and he goes, "Hey, this little boy's got some lunch." I was like, how did that little boy
Find out.
Yeah.
How did he
he
know?
know? How did he know? And I was thinking about this because, there's something that we can learn. I
Yeah.
reckon, Beck,
Yeah.
he was close.
He was close. He wasn't just with the other people.
Yeah, I reckon he was close. And, we have the same choice. See, we can be just part of the crowd. He could have been like way down the hill going, kind of cool, I can kind of see Jesus, But I reckon he was close. He was close enough to know that Jesus wanted to feed the people.
Yeah.
And he was close enough to hear about that and close enough to go, "Oh, I've got lunch."
Yeah. He was like, yeah, I'm ready. I am close.
He's close. You know what? I want to be close to Jesus.
Yeah, not just part of the crowd who's
I don't want to be
seeing
just,
things.
kind of just hanging in the background, watching from a distance. I want to be close enough
Yeah.
to hear what
Yeah, me
Jesus
too.
wants, what he's, what he's doing. I want to be close enough to know Jesus' voice for myself.
Yeah, that sounds really good.
And think about what could I be part of that Jesus wants me to be part of.
Yeah,
I want to be
so cool.
close. So, we have a choice. We can just be part of the crowd at kids' church, part of the crowd at school, or we can be those who choose to be close. And I reckon this boy, I reckon he ran all the way up the hill, was like, "I'm going to sit right at the front."
Yeah.
That's what I reckon.
Absolutely. Like he was like, I'm ready and I'm here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I reckon
Because Jesus loved kids, so he was like,
Yeah.
I know that I'm welcome.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
sure
yeah.
did.
Yeah.
So I reckon he was like, "I'm sitting as close as I can, right to the front." He just scooted through the crowd. That's what I reckon. So
I
he
reckon
was close.
so too.
And Jesus loves that. He always responds to people who want to be close to him.
Yeah, so good.
Yeah. But then, having heard that, Jesus wanted to feed the people and he'd sent the disciples to go and find out what was available in the crowd, he had a choice because he was a kid,
Yeah, he was
And
a kid.
sometimes as a kid you can go, I don't know, there's adults around and, would Jesus want, what I've got?
Yeah.
And we can choose to be bold or we can choose to be bashful. Bashful's a funny word. Yeah. It's like shy and a bit insecure and going, I don't matter, and nobody's going to want to know what I've got.
And if anyone notices me, I get all red in the face.
Yeah, and you know, I don't know if Jesus could use me. And, you know, he could have sat there and gone, okay, Jesus wants lunch and I've got lunch, but I'm too scared to tell Peter that I've got lunch.
But no, he wasn't. He was bold. He was like, yeah, look at this. Here's my 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish.
I know. He was like, close, and he was bold. He's like,
Yeah,
I've
so
got
good.
something. He's like, pick me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Peter. Me.
Yeah.
Lunch. Right here. Got it.
So good.
I reckon he was confident.
He would have been so confident.
He was like, Jesus could use me. I could be part of this today. Jesus, you can have what I've got. And that brings me to the next thing. Because, you know, he could have looked at his lunch and gone, well, I've got 2 fish and I've got 5 loaves. So, Jesus, I'll give you 3 loaves and 1 fish. And I'm going to keep 1 fish and 2 bread rolls, and I'm still going to be fed.
It's like I have this whole box, and I'm like, here, Jesus, you can have half.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I need some for me.
That's right.
Yeah.
And you know what? That would have been reasonable.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? Like, it would have been reasonable for him to go, well, I'm just going to keep something for me to eat, and Jesus, you can have the rest. And that's cool. But he just had such a generous heart. And we want to be people who are really, really generous, not really greedy. And, you know, greedy is a bit of a strong word, but it's where we live our lives just focused on ourselves and what we want and what we need and all of those kinds of things. And instead of being generous, we first consider ourselves. And then we go, well, kind of, you can have what's left, Jesus.
See, I know that, like, what we want to do is that we start, when I look at my money, I go, I've got my tithes, the first part for Jesus, and then the second thing, because we have a cool, like, little budget spreadsheet, and on the top of it, the second thing is missions.
That's right.
Because I don't want it to be about me.
Yeah. We want to be people who are generous. And, you know, this little boy, he put his whole lunch, into the hands of Jesus. He didn't keep something back for himself first. He was like, nah, Jesus, you can have it all. You can have the whole lot.
That's so good.
And, you know, I love that generous heart that was in him. And we know that he just had this absolute trust that Jesus was going to do something amazing.
Yeah, Jesus.
And you know, when we bring our offering to Jesus, when we bring it, no matter how big or how small it is, when we come with that same heart, where it's like, Jesus, this is what I've got, and I'm giving it to you first. I'm thinking about what I'm going to put into your hands and how it could change the world. Then, you know, we open ourselves up to exactly what this little boy saw.
So cool.
And that was our next level picnic.
Next level picnic. Because it was
something
so many people.
Something amazing.
Yeah.
A miracle.
A real miracle.
An absolute miracle. Because it wasn't about the offering. It was about whose hands the offering was in.
Yeah, because I could give you my lunch.
Yeah. And I'll eat it.
Or my $1. But it's only going to get you like a lollipop or something. But with Jesus...
I know. Because once we put it in the hands of Jesus, then we start to see miracles with our offering. And that's what Mission Sunday is all about. Our faith promise, whether it is really big or whether it is really small, once we put it in the hands of Jesus, then it's in the hands of the one who can make miracles happen. And he can take what we give him and he can multiply it over and over and over and over again until thousands of people's needs are met. And that is incredible.
So cool.
That is so
Jesus
cool.
is so cool.
You know, we can live for me or we can be part of miracles across the earth. You know, I think about this little boy.
Yeah.
He could have got to the end of that day and gone, I was a kid sitting on a hill, eating my lunch.
I saw Jesus.
Saw Jesus, kind of cool. Went home. But that's not what happened.
No.
He put his offering into the hands of Jesus because he was close.
Yeah.
Because he was confident that Jesus could use it and that Jesus would accept what he gave him. And because of that, because of his generous heart and his boldness and his desire to be part of what Jesus was doing, he was part of an incredible miracle that changed people's lives. And it certainly changed his life.
Yeah, I don't think I'd be the same if I saw a miracle like that.
No.
And I know that we don't have to be the same when we bring our offering to Jesus for our missions.
That's right.
Either.
And we can be just like him. Can you imagine next time he went to like school?
Yeah.
Be like, guess what happened?
Yeah. And maybe like some of his friends were there, but may not have known that he was the boy that gave him his lunch either. That would have been cool.
So he had a story to tell.
Yeah.
And a testimony to give. He changed people's lives. He'd seen Jesus do miracles.
Yeah.
And when we give our faith promise, guess what? We've got stories to tell too. People that we can tell about what Jesus is doing and how we're part of changing the world and making it a better place. So I think it's pretty cool. We can be the voice.
We can definitely be the voice. And I reckon we should see what project we're doing for this month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. See you guys.
Bye.
Jesus said to help people who are sick to get better, so we want to do that all around the world.
In Vietnam, kids who are sick in their heart need surgery right away so that they can get better. This year, we're helping 12 kids to get this surgery.
In the Democratic Republic of the Congo, through our hospitals, we are helping babies be born and all types of people who are sick.
In Israel, we are helping people get dental care so they can be free from pain.
Your missions giving is helping people who are sick to be cared for and made well.
Oh yeah.
These are my ones.
Beck, what you got? Oh,
These are my ones. Your one still needs some time.
My big boys. Oh, look at yours. They look lovely.
They look okay. Yeah.
One got a little squished by the baking paper, but that's okay.
That's okay. That's okay. Didn't see that happening.
Wow, look at these.
Let's give yours another minute and a half.
Beck, what do you think of your cookies?
So far, so good.
So far, so good. Fantastic.
Yeah, look at that. Only two got like stuck together, but that's okay.
Oh, whoops.
This got a little squished.
You got squashed.
But you don't want to pick them up yet. They're too hot.
Too hot.
So they'll just crumble. They need to cool down a little bit so they can harden up. Let me go.
Oh yeah. Look at that.
Happy?
Alright, come on. It's time to find my big boys in the oven.
Let's see, are they ready?
Oh my
You reckon
goodness.
they're ready? I reckon they look good.
It's so big. Fantastic. Alright, do you want to turn this off now?
Yeah. Well, no, we still have a little bit of cookie dough
okay.
left, so we can make another cookie after.
Lovely. Look at those big boys. They look fabulous.
Alright, again, they need to cool down before we can do a taste test.
Okay, our cookies are here.
Yeah?
And I'm going to put all my big cookies on this tray. 3, 2, 1.
Oh, and I'd leave them on the paper. Hey,
Look at that.
that's my cookie off. Okay.
My big cookies are on the table. Oh no, they're gonna fall down. My cookie fell upside down. Ooh, that's a nice cookie.
A bit soft still, Isaac.
They're very, very soft.
That's a bit soft.
That boy's a big soft
Can
guy.
you see how it's getting
it's
all
on the
sticky?
table.
Can't even pick it up, it's gonna break.
Oh, it's very yummy though.
Okay, so this is my cookie. It's cooled down.
Oh.
I've put it onto here so that it can cool down a bit faster than these
Well, that's
ones.
a broken cookie.
Oh, I'm sorry for your
He's
loss.
falling through the cracks.
I'm sorry for your loss. But do you want to taste one of your own or mine? Whoops.
I'm gonna taste my little one.
Ready? 3.
Cheers.
Ow! Mm-hmm.
Tastes like a cookie.
But a good cookie.
Ow, ow, ow. Ow.
Huh? for them to cool down.
Be careful. Make sure they cool down before you eat them.
With a little bit of vanilla ice cream.
And then just pour ice cream on the top of it.
No.
They'll cool down really quickly.
That's true.
I'm gonna try my broken one.
I like the combo of the dark and the white chocolate. A little bit different to normal. Delicious. Have a go this weekend, today, while you're on lockdown, and while you have to do online school this week.
If you're in lockdown.
Yeah, true. Sorry, Sydney-siders.
If you've got time, do it. If you don't have time,
come back to it later.
Just do it.
It's delicious. It's so delicious. Yeah, well, thanks for coming to INKidsTV today. We hope that you really enjoyed the episode, and we hope that you really liked the message today.
Boom.
Oh, I snorted. Okay.
Missions. It includes you. You can make change. Every dollar you raise helps a kid like you around the world get the help they need and to know Jesus. We are raising 1 mile of $1 coins. Every dollar you contribute helps the line grow. Let's do this together. How many meters can you make?
What have you done?
Post-credit scene. I got all of the leftover cookie dough. I made a big cookie. Another giant cookie.
You need to show it to the other cookies. Here, show it in comparison. Massive cook. Wait, bring it over to your normal size cookies. That is a giant cookie.
I'm going to eat it later.